We have someone who is claiming to be a prophet on the line. Prophet Jesus, pronouns are he, him in New York, says, yeah, right. Says, I believe I can convert you with 3 questions and a statement. The floor is yours.
Hey, thank you so much, Cousin Forrest, Cousin Kenneth. I appreciate you guys taking your time, and I'll try to be as quick as possible. Real quick, I really hope the caller before me really does get the help that he needs. I mean, it's really sad to hear sometimes. I just want to. So my first question is: I've heard a lot of atheists claim that lying isn't immoral. You know, the whole if you had Anne Frank in the attic argument, would you lie? Yes, I would lie. I just want to ask you a question. Do you believe lying is inherently immoral?
No.
I think that lying can be very useful and very good. I think it can be very immoral, but there are very few things that I would say are inherently immoral.
Yeah.
Lying is just a thing that you do.
All right.
And it depends on the situation.
Depends on the situation. Exactly. Yep.
The way you answered that is exactly what I was looking for. Thank you. Do you believe
Excellent.
that legislating... Oh, I'm sorry?
I said it's excellent.
Hello? Oh, okay. Do you believe that those who are legislating with the Bible or evangelicals or even their deity in mind are moving us backwards instead of forwards?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I guess if they were using their deity or their religion or whatever to do a good thing, like if they were like had a progressive ideal because of their religion, they would technically be moving us forward. But the fact that they're doing it because of their religion is inherently regressive and problematic. So
yeah,
it's kind of sticky, but to your point, yes, I do think so.
Yeah, in that instance, they'd be doing a good thing for kind
of a bad reason.
The ones that are sorry. All right, yeah. So not hypothetically, the ones that are currently legislating with their Bibles and their deities in mind, the ones currently, not the hypothetical ones with progressive ideals.
Well, that's the thing is that there are some people that are for, like, for example, you know, like helping with wealth redistribution, helping increase access to education, helping to increase, you know, aid to the poor to other countries because of their faith, and they say that this is what, you know, the Christian thing to do. So, like, I've heard very, very leftist ideals be attributed to Christianity before. So I will agree. I'm sorry, I don't mean to get pedantic with you. I just want to be very clear about what I'm saying so that nobody watching this is like, oh yeah, every Christian politician's bad, right? Like, it's just, generally speaking, yes. Generally, the trend is when people are legislating based on religion, it's a bad thing. But I'm not saying that it's impossible for it to not be a good thing. You know what I mean?
There are perfectly good secular reasons to do all of the positive things that we would like to see our legislators advocate for. We don't need to invoke anything religious or believe anything on bad evidence to get good things done.
Yeah. So I'm sorry. I don't mean to get like real long-winded. I know you're kind of going for a set of answers here. I just want to be very clear so nobody can like take a snippet of this show and be like, see, these atheists think that all Christians think this, that, and the other. You have to be conscious of this.
No, I will prefer the longer answers to the shorter ones. We can never do wrong with more information than less. But I'm just going to go into my third question.
Third question, man.
As the battle for separation of church and state seems in danger of being won by those who want to see things such as Bibles in the classroom, what is your counter to that if they do eventually win?
When you say counter, do you mean from like a practical standpoint? Like what do we do? How do we engage with the system to push back against that, or like an argument that we would use against that being a good idea? Like what do you mean?
So if tomorrow you guys are in Texas, I believe, correct?
Well, the ACA is, but we're both in the United States.
Yeah, I'm in Oklahoma.
Well, so let's say Texas or Kansas or Mississippi or a very right-leaning state decides that the Bible should be in every classroom. It should be taught as a class. What do you do after that happens?
I would make the argument that that's fundamentally un-American and that we should push back against that at the ballot box. We should vote to make that type of thing not happen.
I'm also, I would agree with Kenneth. I would do the exact same thing. I would also, I would never stop screaming about how if you're going to do this for one religion, then you would need to do it for all religions. And, the same people I guarantee are not going to want the Quran or the Satanist, whatever is taught in the classroom. They're not going to be happy about that. And also, I'm a big fan of malicious compliance as a form of civil disobedience. So if I was asked to teach the Bible, I would teach all the worst parts of the Bible to make sure everybody knew why I think it's a horrible book.
Okay. So now, I had told the screen I had 3 questions, and then I just wanted a simple conversation, a very short conversation. So if you don't believe lying is inherently immoral, and if you think that lying can be used to progress an agenda that doesn't hurt anyone or that helps people, and if you do believe that the legislation being done with the Bible in mind and trying to get the Bibles in schools are wrong, then I really believe you are my cousins, you are perfect examples of the type of people I want in my congregation.
Why?
Yeah, I'm a little confused.
And also, what is your congregation about?
Okay, so I just finished writing the Holy Book of Shite. It is the only testament that we need. Me being a prophet, I wrote this. It was divinely inspired by great science.
Before you promote your thing, like, why should we believe in what you're saying? You're saying divinely inspired. I'm assuming then you're a theist and you believe that there's a God. Like, I have to take you back to the original question of what do you believe and why?
All right. So my denomination is a very new denomination, and
seems so.
We believe. I'm sorry.
I said it seems so, considering the fact that you just wrote the book and all that.
Yes, I just wrote it, 2022, and it's I believe the only testament that we need. It starts off with the Big Bang, and it ends with today. There's nothing hokey in it. Back to my first question, if lying isn't inherently moral, then yes, I do have a deity. And yes, my holy book should be a counter in the schools when the Bibles are put into the schools.
All right. So I've lost patience. Hey, Jesus, like, okay, respectfully, I have no idea what the hell you're talking about or where this is going. What you said was, I believe I can convert you with 3 questions and a statement. I'm wondering, convert to what? Because this sounds like you got on here to ask a bunch of inane questions and promote your book. Is that what this is about?
Oh, did you hang up on me?
Nope.
No,
I muted you.
We're asking you.
Yeah,
did you?
I gotta get this back on the rails
to promote yourself.
Yeah, I gotta get this back on the rails. You said you could convert us. What convert me to what?
Yes. The Church of Shite.
The Church of Shite.
Low key. Yes. And
is this a joke?
Our whole thing is, it's not really a joke. Like I said, if lying is not inherently immoral, then I have a deity. I have a religion, and my book should be given the same level of tolerance that the Bible is given if that Bible wins out in
cool. So you said you have a deity. What, give us a reason to think that this deity is real. That's kind of more, what this show is about.
The universe is my deity.
So what you've done is you've made a silly joke religion that you can say isn't a joke, so that way when people try to push religion to school, you can say, well, my religion is valid too, and then you have a ridiculous thing that you claim that you have to have force in schools, and what you actually are teaching is just basic science, and that way you're teaching science in school. Is that the whole bit? Because that's been done 1,001 times.
Well, if lying is not inherently immoral, then no, I do have a deity and I do have a religion.
Yeah, you just completely ignored everything that I just said, right?
Yeah, what is lying?
We get the whole premise. We get what you're saying. We're just saying it's a joke that a million other people have done. So like, we get it, but like, I don't get what you just be forward with the point here. What
does lying have to do with your deity being real? I mean, because a minute ago you said your deity is the universe.
A real deity, but if we lie, quote to children, and it's not really, then we can lie and say that we have this fake religion. That's all he's saying. Lying is a good thing because we're lying about the fact that we have a religion.
Not necessarily lying to the children, but whenever you
to the government
if
to
you
say
were
that you have a religion that needs to be forced in classrooms.
Standards that you have to have for the government in order to become a tax-exempt religion. And once
it's the same thing. It's the same thing as the church who said that gay marriage is holy and therefore gay marriage is religiously protected. It's the same thing as the church, the Satanic Temple, that says if you're going to have your holy statue, you have to have the statue of Baphomet. It's the same thing as the people who said that abortion is a part of their religion and therefore abortion rights. We get what you're saying. It's been done a bunch. Good luck to you, but it doesn't usually work. So like, congratulations, try do it, whatever.
I feel like there's better ways that all of us could be spending our time than continuing down that track.